If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back and we're joined with our friend of the show, of the podcast, The Athletics, and NFL Daily's Jourdan Rodrigue. And she is here on the Saints Block Party podcast presented by Precious Works LLC to celebrate our 200th episode. But we're rolling with it. It's in the number of our podcast episodes, it's the 200th episode. So give much love to our friend Jourdan Rodrigue, who's been on the show before. Last season she came on and previewed the Rams podcast, but she's also had a glow up herself. She is now a senior NFL writer at The Athletic and is killing it at NFL Daily. It is so good to have my fellow open wound and expressive heart, Jourdan Rodrigue, Jordan, SBP again. Good to have you on.
Guys, hi. Congratulations on 200. I'm counting it, okay?
Okay.
Like aspirational vibes only here. Like that is so awesome.
Thank you.
I dressed up for you guys, as you can tell.
Got your handy your Kevin O'Connell hat on, just keeping it consistent.
Hat fishing always. Yes.
How did you not know that term?
It's favorite term I've ever learned. You have to understand, I use this weekly now. You taught me this phrase.
I did.
And
me too.
I use it, not kidding, I use it weekly. I always credit the original source. That is what responsible capital J journalists do. That's what I do. But I have to tell you, and now like people in my circles and in my like colleagues and everything, people are using it. Like it's got legs. Hat fishing has got legs.
Am I like the only? Okay, so like the genesis
the only one.
is.
It's just so clever.
It's not though, because like, okay, way before like I had a partner. Mm-hmm. If you were like on,
wow, what a flex! Cool, man.
Well, Ryan. Sorry. If you're on the apps, there were guys, and I think it happened more so with guys, obviously, than girls, that would hat fish, and they would have pictures of them wearing hats, but never and with them not in anything and not a hat. And so girls would go on dates, and then the guys would take their hats off, and they'd be like, this whole situation, no. So it's not like a complete catfish, but it's a hatfish. So it's been around. So I'm glad.
I just love it. I just love it so much because and then I called myself a hat fisher. I know I'm not, right? I'm not. At all. But I love that I'm just like using it to describe myself. And you're like, no, sweetie, no. It's not. But I'm like, it is. But it is.
Kevin
it
O'Connell,
is actually. It
hat
is.
Fisher.
And Greg asked me like twice a week probably to like re-explain it because I'll use it because you're talking about, to me, when we're talking about when we're talking about hat fishing, I've sort of like creatively, when we're talking about football coaches specifically, number one hat fishers on the planet, I think.
By far.
Pound for pound. And I feel like we had to broaden the terms a little bit because I don't want any NFL coaches out here like thinking that we're calling them ugly, for example, that we're noticing.
So handsome.
Yeah, totally. You know, lots of egos in that space, right? And then the other thing is like you also don't want people to think that like as you're covering them and talking about their decisions on and off the field, your subconscious is like focused on what the hairline situation is. Like you really don't want. So I'm like, okay, we've broadened and that's not how I think about it when I'm talking about like hat fishing and coaching specifically. I feel like it is when somebody looks like a completely different human being walking around on the planet with or without a hat. No hairline aside, because Ben Johnson is a #1 hat fisher, but he has a great head of hair. But he looks like a totally different person with the hat on versus without the hat. Brian Callahan, same thing. So it's like that's kind of where I'm like, all right. I think for when we're talking about football specific correlation to hat fishing, that's what I mean. Life specific correlation to hat fishing. Like I understand you guys are nice and you're like, no, you're not a hat fisher. I kind of am. I was telling you guys the reason I wear the hat. It's so my eyebrows don't look busted. So we're good. Like it's all.
I promise that's something only you see. Like only you.
I like how we're like 7 minutes into this podcast. We have not talked a single thing Saints related because that's where the Saints are right now.
Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In 2025? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plug-in updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party Podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, BIJON at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints football
right
is
now.
here.
Not a single.
But you guys brought the right person on. You brought the right person on because you know I am an optimist because I've watched every single Saints game this year, and you guys know that I have been.
I'm sorry.
Well, you know, apparently when I signed the contract, you got to watch all the games, right? And I was like, oh. No, but it's not good, right? Nobody's saying that. But it is, like you can see where they've got some young players who are emerging. There'll be some rough games and some positive games. You know, our guy, Jonas Sanker, really let us down a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we were at that game.
Yeah, but was playing great prior to that, right? Love him. There's guys on, you know, both sides of the ball who I think have some real promise. Spencer Rattler, I think, is playing better than football, pound for pound, than a lot of people expected of him. And there's some things to build with. There's some optimism. So I'm like, and also some of these Saints games, they've been in. So, and the score will not reflect it at the end, especially if teams just try to close out. The Saints can't, like, stop the close somehow. So it's like I see some optimism, and when these other teams come out of these games, they'll know, you know, they played us really hard. They're not like a pushover team, and they haven't like lost their spirit. I don't think, you know, like some of those Dennis Allen coach teams, you could tell they were losing their spirit. I think that they are just very aware of kind of what the expectations were, and they were low, and here they are. So you have the right person on for episode 200 because I think there's hope for the future here.
Let's look at this.
Don't give me hope.
What would I was talking about this. Would you rather have a run game or hope? I say run game.
Oh, run game by far.
Please.
By far.
Please.
Before you hopped on, because our Discord, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Our Discord available to all Patreons, patreon.com/SaintsBlockParty. It's really like in shambles right now. It's just dark. And the thing that kind of hovers over it is, and I checked with my friend earlier this week about is there any scuttlebutt of like Mickey Loomis's job being in danger? And it's like, no, BAU. Like,
Wow.
literally was told like business as usual. Now,
Wow.
if they win 1 to 3 games all season, like, can that change things? Maybe, but will it? Maybe not. Like, more than likely not. And I made the analogy to Ryan. I said, right now it feels like the Saints are in their Matt Rule Panthers era. And that may feel like a shot towards Kellen Moore, but like just in terms of how it's going, that's really what it feels like. And the face you're making right now, it's yes.
Wow. See, you guys are following it way more closely and in touch more, I think, with the fan base and the community and all of that, where I'm more so I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, yeah. I mean, I had no bar there. I had such a low bar. I had no bar, right? And I was like, I just come in and I'm like, okay, cool. Well, that guy's playing well. They're going to have to overturn a lot of this defense at some point anyway. And so some of these younger guys that are starting to get more snaps, especially you're starting to see them mix some things up with the linebacker injuries and whatnot on the defensive, in the defensive backfield. You're starting to see them try different things. So I'm kind of like, and on offense, what are you going to do with some of what the line looked like and then the injuries and all of that. So it's like, I don't think you're at the point where you draft all 8 draft picks or defensive players and none of them work out Matt Rule era, except for one. Like, I don't think you're there. I mean, that's my opinion. But right. I do think that it's like there's some serious growing pains, and I don't know. I guess what I would say is I understand where there's pessimism coming, because I don't know that I feel like I'm not alone here. You guys let me know. Like, I don't know that I trust this like leadership at the top of the front office to restock when they do have to overhaul this roster, to restock it with the right players, or to understand and to communicate in all phases, coaching staff and front office, what actually, like, what traits they're looking for, the language of scouting, the types of things that they need to look for. It's sort of like one guy has made so many of the decisions there that you are going to have a massive overturn coming soon, especially when you get a quarterback. And so, I mean, there's got to be a little bit more proof of concept here than we've seen so far.
Yeah, no, I think that's part of the pessimism is like even when team, like early in the year, there was like a lot of talk about, oh, well, we're going to be bad, but at least we might get a top 3 pick, go get Arch, go get Lenore Sellers, Nussmeier, whoever. But I think now that we see, like, I don't know how much you follow the college ranks, but, the quarterback class is kind of, it's toned down a little bit. The hype isn't as much there. And just overall, I think people, like Saints fans, are coming to the realization, like, yeah, but Mickey Loomis is still the one picking the players. So it's just kind of like, oh, I can't even be excited about like a future draft, which is really sad, because who's not excited about a future draft? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I will say, if you guys think about if Kellen Moore gets to have make some decisions, if he gets to have some,
will he take it though?
Right, like. I know you caught what I did just there. Yes,
I did.
So I'm just saying, I feel like he would be a Fernando Mendoza guy. I just feel like that's sort of his type, his prototype.
Yeah.
Like the guy, like, and he's playing really well, and he's seen a lot of football, and he throws the ball well, and he's probably about as pro ready in this class as it gets so far that we've seen early in the college football season. Well, that's when you say it, you make it sound like he's old. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I know. But like, it's just a little joke of like what
you and Greg have been hanging out. I just know it.
No, it's just like that was just what we were just told. Like what was kind of told about
pro ready.
No. What I mean is legitimately pro ready. Like the Jared Goff arm kind of but a little bit more live, like that kind of a thing. But yeah, he has seen some football. I wouldn't say is as wizened as Tyler Shuck is coming out. But yeah, I think that's kind of like, to me, he seems like kind of a Kellen Moore type of guy to me.
So we will do some breakdown on the Bucs game on Sunday, but since we have you on, you're like the best person to have on for this episode. especially with them probably having a top 5, even like a top 3 draft pick coming up in this draft, the debate of drafting the quarterback or the team potentially being not so bad, but there's being so many holes,
so far away, drafting like a true blue talent player on a different position, Caleb Downs, Alvaro Reese, Ruben Bain, whoever that player is, right? Just throwing out names out there. That to me is one of the most fascinating debates that's currently, that's kind of like budding up right now. And then I do think at some point Tyler Shough is, I think just to do your due diligence, I think you're going to have to play him, because you're going to have to, from my perspective, you're going to have your assessment of where they feel about Spencer Rattler. You're going to have your assessment and grade of what you think about Tyler Shough, and then match that up with the grade of the players and the quarterbacks in this draft class. It's just so detailed. But I just want to get your thoughts on quarterback, if they have that opportunity so high, or that debate of we're just so far away, we need to just get a blue chip player or what have you. Yeah, so I think the Rams kind of ruined me in terms of how I think about this stuff, but like they're a winning franchise, so I guess it's okay. Like I'm always trade back. Now I understand. Now I think the context of this quarterback's class is important too. So don't get me wrong. If we're looking at a Drake May or like a Jaden Daniels is available, like no, you go get that guy, and then you sell everything else off the team, and like you figure out how many picks you can get back, and figure out, you go buy an offensive line and then start replacing those guys with draft picks. Like you do all of that if this is a good quarterbacks class now. But I don't know that this is going to be even close to being the hyped up class that 2 years ago everyone was saying this class was going to be, right?
Right.
And maybe some of these guys will turn out long term. I think there's a lot of really good traits all through this quarterbacks class. But I don't know about how quickly those guys are ready and how quickly you can backslide into bad habits if you don't have enough of a team around you.
Right.
That's kind of what happened with Sam Darnold, frankly. And you don't want to watch someone else fix Sam Darnold, right? Like 7 years later. So
you saw with Caleb Williams last year too with the Bears, and like it's just bad. Like if you're a bad team and you don't have the organizational support, it doesn't matter how good you are as a prospect. It's just, it could set you up for disaster.
Yeah, agree. So I'm kind of the camp especially in thinking about the Saints, I'm of the camp of trading back out of the pick. Someone is going to come up for a quarterback. Someone will. You have to play nice with that team and make it seem like you also want a quarterback, right?
That's the part. Yes.
That's the part.
So, yeah. It's like, I know it's two things at once. Okay. Let's try
Mickey Loomis.
It's funny because Ryan literally was talking about that in our Discord like a couple of days ago. Like they have to like give this impression like, oh, we really love Dante Moore, we really love Fernando Mendoza. Like
do the thing that Les Snead always does is like pretend that Sean McVay is trying to trade up into the top 10 for like a random receiver or tight end, and then like build trade buzz that way. And then I say you trade back, you grab multiple picks in the first round if you can, or high second round, or even a middle to late first, and load up on seconds too, because you're going to be able to find receivers, you're going to be able to find tight ends, you're going to be able to find like actually legitimately quality offensive linemen if you're scouting them well. You're going to especially find good D tackles. You're going to have to replace some of the guys on this defense on the edge too at some point. So yeah, I know there's just a lot. So, and then I say, trade at least some of that capital, and maybe some capital that they might have coming in, depending on what happens at the trade deadline. You would be more plugged in than me on that. But trade that for a more veteran quarterback, right? Go out and get a guy who is the sort of like extra thumb on the hand of a team, or go out and get maybe like a bridge quarterback. And I'm not saying Jets Justin Fields bridge type of situation, but someone who can get you through the season, or at least much of the season, while you can adequately develop a young team together and then plop a young quarterback down into that. I I wouldn't mind that. And hey, if the quarterback turns out like really working out and it's someone Kellen Moore has a relationship with, like I do think Kellen Moore can develop a quarterback. And I do think Kellen Moore can call an offense. And I do think, I mean, you look at the expectations going in with Spencer Rattler, who's always had a good arm, just people didn't know if he could play.
Right.
And he's playing, I think, more good football than bad football, frankly. The bad football is wow, but like the good football, you're like, all right, cool, good for him. So I think that, you're seeing a coach who can raise the floor at the position a little bit.
Right.
And if you have that, pause that position for a minute there. I mean, heck, keep him another year and pause or whatever, and build around and trade out of that pick, that high pick that you'll have. That would be my opinion. Now, if all of a sudden college football quarterback development like fast tracks and we're like, whoa, you cannot miss on some of these guys, then I would change my mind. But I just don't think that right now.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Something that's been like on Saints fans' minds, and we can't help but be prisoners of the moment. And like last game, you lose to the Bears. It's the DA revenge game.
Did you guys see the video?
No, I mean, I did not click on the video. I refuse to click on the video, and I will not click on the video.
I already knew the answer, but I just wanted
to.
Absolutely not. But I think some Saints fans are like worried about Kellen Moore. The question with him was, okay, he might be this good offensive mind, but is he a CEO?
Sure.
Can he run the organization? And also, does he have like a backbone? And I hate to put it like that, because you don't have to be like a rah-rah scream, Dan Campbell type of coach, to have a backbone. But like you watch Kellen Moore some of these games, and when like the Seattle game, when they were getting blown out, or even against the Bears, and you just see him on the sideline, it's like, man, I'm not feeling like confident. And that's us as fans watching.
That's a good point.
But it makes you wonder, like, do the players feel that way? I don't know. Like, what's your view on that as far as like with Kellen Moore? I don't know, you don't know him, but like, can a coach like develop that over time, or is that something you just got?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question, because I just think we just don't really know what Kellen Moore's sort of like own identity is or is developing into as a coach.
Right,
now we know he knows offense, we know he knows quarterbacks and all of that. That's all great. But aside from the other stuff, it was interesting watching like Ben Johnson, for example. And there was like, people who were texting me that were like, is this guy going to be Josh McDaniels or is he going to be Dan Campbell? And it's kind of like, if that's your sliding scale, that's like who you're going to be. Yep. I think right in the middle is fine. Right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
And so, and you can kind of see that emerging with Ben Johnson, where like, he will be like an utter psychopath on the sideline, right? I saw the pen clicking video today, and you hear these stories about him being so angry in practice when they're missing details, and players are like, whoa, this is like rage, right?
Yeah,
must be nice.
Yeah. But they're responding to him. You could see it.
Right.
They're responding to him because then there's the other element that he's bringing, and you also see it in some of their inside access videos in the locker room, where he's got them chanting a mantra, and he's got them with a collective identity, and they're building this identity together. And I'm not saying that Kellen Moore is not doing that. I'm just saying that we don't see it as out in the open, I don't think. And I am curious as to at what point in the season, because there are going to be stress points. We're coming into week 8. There will be stress points far greater than what this year has had already. And the Saints will probably be in some games, and they will probably lose some close games. They might win a couple. And I'm very curious to see kind of what identity emerges from the coach himself, who's to me, seems like he's trying very much to keep patient and composed.
Yes.
And I'm like, you don't want to be impatient and not composed, but there is a line to walk between like angry for no reason guy, so on that side of the scale, or angry with emotional heart and spirit and soul kind of guy on the other side. There's like there's like a very thin line to walk, and I think it's okay to me if a coach is still finding it. I just am curious to know how his personality. I think it's a great question. Something I'll be watching for, frankly, on the sidelines now, is to kind of see what little things slip through. What little details happen.
We watch it very intently. Yeah. Honestly. So it's kind of just been on our radar. But we'll, like you said, it's a great question. Yeah. We only have you for about a few more minutes, and then after you hop off, we're going to quickly preview the Bucs Saints game solo, just ourselves. But 5 minutes, just get your thoughts upcoming
Baker
Bucs Saints
ball. Let's get rolling, baby.
Do not do this to me. Don't do this to me.
I wish I had the recording. I wish I had like the audio.
I have some regrets. Like Greg will sit in the studio and call for it. Like, you can't see it because it's a one shot, and he will call for it. And I'm like, you don't need to call for it. Like, nobody needs this. Nobody asked for it. Nobody asked for this.
The audience needs it.
And you could tell it was like annoying you. It reminded me of like you used to listen to Around the League when they would do it to like Mark Sessler, and Mark Sessler would just like rage.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
Because it's like, I don't like the sound of my own voice. I'm not saying it as a cell phone or anything like that.
I hate it.
I mean, I sit there and I'm like, who on earth would? I mean, even hearing it twice, I'm like, all right, that's too much. Burn it with fire. Burn it with fire. Baker ball keeps on rolling, baby. Yeah.
But like, it's interesting as we're kind of like wrapping this part up. Just like something that was just on our radar, right? Baker Mayfield, his press conference comes out and says like the Saints plays dirty. And then like Kellen's asked about it from the Saints media, and he's like, he compliments Baker, and we're just like, bro, what are you doing?
Get mad.
Something, bro. It's like the
15 years with Sean Payton, Mr. Petty himself. So it's like
even can't help himself. Still taking shots at Russell Wilson across the aisle here. My God, can't help himself. Out of sight, out of mind. Not even playing. Can't help himself.
Kellen feels very much like the please clap politician. Like, please clap.
No, it's like
yes, that's what it was.
He's like it's like almost like he's like not really hearing himself and the words coming out of his mouth. He's just internally in his mind thinking, man, I wish the guy was my quarterback. Man, I wish I had an offensive line like that.
I'm sure.
Yeah, no, but I will say, we would talk about motivation. This is a great topic for this show. Like,
why am I sweating so much? Sorry, I'm like.
Me too. Actually, I don't know why either.
No. Yeah. I like how Jordan says like she's sweating and like you can't even see it, and like
you know
I am
this is
literally.
Me. You know this is me. I'm listening. Like, me too. You're not alone. You're safe. Yeah. That's just me. I'm just like,
thanks, Jordan.
Tucker is too. My dog is too. You're safe. Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like Baker is like a king at self-motivating, right? Like nobody really asked, right?
Nobody.
No one.
He has to make up a chip. He makes up a chip. Always has. He make up a chip just to set it right here.
Yes, and you know what? I don't think that would hurt Kellen Moore and company. I don't think it would hurt to manufacture some chips. That's all I'm saying. I don't think that would be the worst thing in the world, especially.
Please.
But I do think because of all, I know you guys will preview it, but I do think that because of all the Bucs, I mean, how many injuries can one team take at this point? And I do think the Saints have a shot in this. They always play them tough. It will always be an interesting game. I do think the Saints have a shot in this one for sure.
We will preview it. I don't think we think they have a shot, but we're going to talk about it though. We're going to talk about it. Jordan, it's a pleasure having you on a second time.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
it will get better.
We're
good.
Oh, trust me, we're not sad. Like,
Oh,
we're
you're
fine.
not sad. I'm saying like your chats, like you can tell the group,
Yeah.
like the Discord chat is
our
like
Discord. Oh, it's
you got to
it's
detach from it for a second because
it's depressed.
doom
It is
scrolling.
down. It is down.
It's doom scrolling for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like Saints doom scrolling. But
No, I know you guys are okay. Like
completely fine. But thank you so much, Jourdan, for hopping on and joining us and just talking football on our 200th episode. It was a pleasure, and we definitely have to do this again. So thank you for hopping on and joining us.
And I'm sure we'll have you guys on daily soon too. So pleasure is all mine. Really appreciate you guys. Congratulations.
Hopefully it could be for the thank you. Hopefully it could be for like the Mickey Loomis like is fired episode. Like it would be a celebration.
I was gonna say I think that would be like must see broadcasting right there, having you guys on if that happens.
Might fly out.
I was gonna say we'll get you in studio.
Get us on studio.
Studio for that one. Yeah. We'll send a car.
Thank you, Jourdan. You're the best.
Thank you guys. Nice
you.
to see you.
Right.
Hat
You
tip
too.
to
See you too.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Take care. Football season
That
is in
was-
full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on the action. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. This week, I'm looking at Saints versus Bucs and selecting Chris Olave for higher than 50 yards and Baker Mayfield for lower than 3 touchdowns. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code BLOCKPARTY to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code BLOCKPARTY. Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
That was Jourdan Rodrigue of The Athletic. Tremendous person, tremendous football mind. We're just gonna
Tremendous, bro.
Tremendous. Last 10, 15 minutes preview Bucs Saints. As Jourdan alluded to, Bucs have a ton of injuries, bro. And like you said in our Discord, Vita didn't practice today.
On my radar.
He practiced. So today's Thursday. He practiced on Wednesday. He didn't practice today. I don't feel like the team has much of a chance to win this game. But if Vita doesn't play for whatever reason, the Saints run game has not been great. They're going to be starting Luke Fultner at center, which was reported. That's who's going to be starting at center to replace Eric McCoy. If they could get some type of run game with AK, Devin Neal, Bayless Jones, DeMay, like something, bruh.
Can they get Taysom Hill, anything?
Something. Please. I don't care who the quarterback is, bro. If you expect Spencer Rattler, Tyler Shuck to just go out there and just win you a game by throwing you to win, it's not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen.
And unfortunately, like that's where Spencer Rattler has had to live since he's been playing for the Saints, even going back to last year. He's had to
He really has,
be
bro.
the one, like the driving force for the team, for the entire team, be the driving force. That's why, part of it like sucks. Like, damn, man, like he get all this blame because he's like, it's the game depends on his arm. Freaking not a rookie, but a second year, 5th round quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But it is going to be up to him. He's going to have to make the throws. And look, that game last year at the end of the season, nobody watched it, but it was close, man. Like that was like his best game of the season.
That drive he had against the Bucs defense before it went to half, before this season, but I would still say like in his like resume, some of his best football. Like that drive ended with a touchdown throw to Dante Pettis.
Yep,
literally some of his best football that he has in his football resume against the Bucs, who were playing hard because they needed to win that game to make the playoffs. Man. And then second half came and it was like Clint Kubiak said, I'm done.
Peace. So Spencer, he's played them twice. He's seen the Ty Bowls defense, so he knows what to expect. He talked about it. He know they're going to blitz him to death. The tape is out there, so they're going to send the heat. They're going to test the offensive line and the blocking scheme and all that. But my worry is that because he was so aggressive, and he talked about how he was a little too aggressive against the Bears.
He might tone it down too much.
He's going to overcorrect and just be just like he was early in the season, where it was just a lot of just quick passes, and then you just weren't going anywhere. So I hope him and Kellen and the staff will be able to find that balance, because I did like that he was taking shots at this shit, against the Bears, even though they were interceptions. Take the shots, you know what I'm saying?
Can we see some? It's on my radar when teams are blitzing the fuck out of you, sending 5-6 man pressures. Can we call like a smoke screen to like the wide receiver outside? Can we call Kellen, like a quick tight end screen when like
Kellen get asked this every Underhill been banging him on this for weeks. Even Kellen looked kind of annoyed about it this week when he got asked about it. He's like, yeah, it's in the playbook, but we just haven't been able to get to it. It's like a screen pass, like a running back. Like I know we've done the wide receiver screen to the edge and all that early in the season or whatever, but like just a screen against a blitz, we got Alvin Kamara, very good screen. He probably still a very good screen runner, even though he's not what he used to be. Devin, can we get some screen game going against the blitz? Can we utilize that over aggressiveness, and take advantage of it?
That's literally football 101, Wolf. It's football 101. When defenses are over aggressive, super aggressive defenses, blitzing heavy, what's the one way to kind of neutralize that is the screen game.
But I will counter with this. Looking at just the screen passes take execution.
That's true, bro.
And it has not been like a very organized, execution just in the blocking and stuff like that. So maybe that's why. I don't know, bro.
This is not going to be like a super, super deep dive into the Bucs Saints game. Chris Godwin's not expected to play. Mike Evans obviously is injured. Bucky Irvin won't play. Even him, he's banged up. So it's probably going to be a combination of Ibuka, Tez Johnson, Sterling Shepard, Cade Otton, and then the running backs will be Rashad White and Sean Tucker, who pieced them. This is the chance. Can the defense
bounce back,
respond somewhat?
I mean, Brandon Staley pretty much called him out today. As far as that, against the run and stuff like that. I don't know if it'll matter. But man, just tighten it up. Because what they put on tape against the Bears was disgusting. I'm talking about, I can't remember what the stat was. They had the yards they had before contact was ridiculous. I don't remember what the number was, but it was ridiculous. Before contact. Not talking about after contact. Before getting touched, they were averaging more yards than we had all game. Before getting touched by the defense.
Come on, Wolf.
It was.
Come on, Wolf. What?
So it's I don't know. And I don't know how to make sense of it. They're, trying to fit gaps. Some people will explain it DeMario Davis, he's doing his job. He's supposed to do that gap, I'm but while a running back is running behind, on side of him, he's supposed to stand there. I'm doing my job. I'm in my gap. That don't make sense to me. That don't make sense.
I need Danny Stutzman to play majority, if not all the snaps in this game, bro.
Please. And just say, go get him. Go get him.
Please, bro.
See ball, get ball.
Get ball, bro. It's not hard, bro. I'm trying to think. Our Saints offense against the Bucs defense, we kind of hit on we know what Todd Bowles is going to throw out there. I do think you can make plays against the Bucs secondary against their corners. Will Rattler have the time to do that? Who knows? Don't know. I have no clue. I don't. Do they win this game? I'm asking you. Do the Saints win this game? It's a later game, which annoyed me when I found that out, bro. It's a 1 p.m., 3 p.m. kickoff.
I'm gonna say they're gonna win, bro. I'm gonna say they're gonna win for the reason Jordan talked about. Bucs coming off a short week, a very passionate game against the Lions. They banged up. They about to go into their bye week after this. I just think they might just run out enough gas for the Saints to take advantage. That's all I got. That's the whole analysis I got for you. That's it, bro. But should they win? No, no, of course not. Even as banged up as the Bucs are, we banged up. Got Luke Fortner starting at center. I didn't break him down snap by snap, but just from view, he looked like he played fine. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
he won't be I don't think he'll be a disaster at center or anything like that. But going from Eric McCoy to Luke Fortner is a downgrade.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the what is it? Okay, don't know how to read that. I'm trying to pull up the line, the point spread.
I think it's 4.5. I want to say it's 4.5.
Yes.
So, which that kind of makes sense to me, but
4.5, 4, depending on which site you look at.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna be a tough outing. But look, Baker, and I will say this, Baker didn't play very well against the Lions. I thought he was inaccurate. But Baker is a gamer too. So, you could see him, he's already trying to amp himself up, build a chip on the shoulder. So you could see him trying to go off and do his thing. But, maybe the Saints can do something. I don't know.
We saw the response from Kellen Moore and the Saints after that Seattle game, because that was the not the Patriots, the Bills game after that.
Mm-hmm.
Be very interested in telling to see what the response is after what happened against the Bears.
And I think that is what he's trying to make the identity. That's all he talks about is the response. It's like, damn, do we have to constantly respond?
Can we initiate an email? Can we initiate a phone call, nigga? We got to always respond to it, bro.
Can we be the one initiating? You know what I'm saying? Can we, can we lead the charge? You know what I'm saying? But, if that's where you want to start, be a team that can push through adversity and bounce back. Because I was impressed by the way they bounced back from Seattle to the Bills. Yes, they lost to the Bills, but just the way going into the Bills' house after that loss and standing up, that was good to see. So they're gonna have to do that again against the Bucs, and they really getting to the point where they need a win. And then there's the kind of cloud starting to hover over Spencer Rattler, where it's Tyler Shuck, is he looking over my shoulder or not? The time clicking. It's almost time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and because after the Bucs game on Sunday, it's the Rams game, bro. It's Rams in LA, which we'll have I think about 14 people of us at that Rams game. So, these next two games are crucial, bro.
Crucial, bro. And for Rattler, you do not want to go into that bye week on a negative note. Because I think that's when the change will happen. Do you want to put Chuck out there versus the Rams? He's going to have to face the music at some point. So,
right.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
They started, who quarterback? Man, they started Jackson Dart against a nasty defense too.
Yeah, that was. Who it was? Who was that against?
The Chargers.
Is that the Chargers? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he won.
And he won. And it was a team game, but
it was.
You got that dub, got that spark of confidence. So Who knows? But we'll see when we get there. But Spencer got to put it back together. He got to get back to at least doing what he was doing the first 6 or so weeks, where he was building, playing well, not making big mistakes, not turning over the ball and stuff. And I like Spencer. He takes accountability with what he did wrong. He's not shying away from it. He knows he has to get better on some of those passes. He knows he was too aggressive on some things. He knows he should have had better situational awareness on certain plays. So I like that he takes ownership of it, and he knows what he needs to do. But he gotta go out and show it, bro.
Gotta do it, bro. Gotta do it. Wolf has the Saints winning on Sunday. I have them going 1-7. We shall see. We hope y'all enjoyed this episode. It's posting a little later than usual, just of Jordan's schedule, but we loved having Jourdan on. It was just a blast having her on. And it's just quick reflection of like 200th episode. Never did either of us think when we started this podcast in the summer of 2020, well, not the summer, but it was like before draft season of 2020, that we ever thought it would become this. And we were just so proud and happy of what the podcast has become, the community has become, the connections it's led to. So we thank y'all, like, truly. Like, it's crazy that this is our 200th episode that we've been able to do. We hope in the future we will be able to record happier, pleasant, like excited episodes talking about the Saints. But
yes,
it is what it is. And until then, like, we'll continue to cover and talk about the team as we have been. But it's truly been a blessing and an honor. And we thank y'all truly for all the listens, all the views, all the support, and supporting us for the last 5+ years. So it truly means a lot to us.
So much. It means so much. And it, keeps us going, man. Like, we just had the big meetup, 2 weeks ago. It was fantastic. I miss everybody already.
Bro.
And the Discord stay popping. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, if y'all just like apprehensive, like, Patreon, look, it's $1 a month, starting $1 a month. Cancel after a month if you don't like it, but come in, check the Discord out. Got benefits where you get, if you don't like all the ads we do, you access adless episodes. I got the film study I put out every week. We do we do like special episodes that are just for Patreons only, especially during the draft season. We're going to be breaking down prospects and stuff. Like, man, it's so worth it. Way worth it than the $1 a month that you would spend. If you want to spend a little more than $1, that's fine too. And you could do like a year. Like, you could just, boom, take care of the year, like $13, boom. Done for the year.
Done.
And you got access. So patreon.com/Saints Block Party. Join the community. Mess with us.
Simple as that. Speaking of patreon.com, we will be back on Sunday for our live stream, our Zoom live stream covering Saints Bucs in New Orleans. I'm still annoyed that this game is like a 1 p.m. kickoff, Wolf. Like, it.
Why, man?
I want it over with, bro. Like, I like it 10 a.m. Shit's done by 1 p.m., bro.
I'm just happy because I'll be able to. I'll probably miss like the first few minutes, but I'll be able to watch the whole game because usually I gotta leave early and go pick up.
Yeah, that's true.
Little things like that. I don't know.
I will. It's good. It's gonna feel different, bro. Because I'm gonna be watching Red Zone before the game. And be like, oh, they can do that.
That's what real football look like.
Anyway, we still fortunately and unfortunately love our team though. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back on Sunday watching the game, live streaming the game, Zoom for Patreons. And if you're not a Patreon, it's going to be live streaming to YouTube. And then we'll have our recap on Sunday. We appreciate and love y'all with that. We are out.
Peace.